And now, more or less live from Lake Junaluska, it's time for NOAC News, serving the National Older Adult Conference for 1.9% of a millennium, and featuring your crack NOAC News team, dedicated to the notion that notions need to be dedicated. Organically grown and gluten-free, NOAC News starts right about now. Where's Chris and Larry? We need them to do NOAC News. Oh, that's right. We sent them to Schwarzenau 2 years ago for rest and rehabilitation for a sabbatical. I had to leave to come back this summer for some big meeting, and I left them there, but now we need them here at Lake Junaluska to do NOAC News. We really need to get them back here to do NOAC News. I guess I could FaceTime AMAC and see if he could bring them back. Hey, AMAC, how you doing?
Hello, Dave. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. How are things there?
Wonderful. We're at NOAC, and we really need Chris and Larry to come here and do NOAC News. They're with you, aren't they?
Yeah, they still here with me in Schwarzenau.
Oh.
You say you need them there now, right?
Yes. Can you send them back by any chance?
Well, yeah, I think we can do that.
How did they behave since I left? Are they okay?
Well, it went okay, but I must say to you that I have a whole new meaning of the term count well the cost.
Aha. Yeah, well, I'll ask you about that later. But can you send them back right away, please?
Yeah, I will send them right now, Brother Dave. Hey, Chris and Larry, you're going back to NOAC.
Oh, hey, you're back. Wonderful.
Lake J, how about that? 2 years
Hey,
later,
we have to do NOAC. By the way, were you guys behaved? Did you behave when after I left?
Sure, of course.
Okay. Well, anyway, with the people out there waiting for a quick tour of the facility here, we need to do that right away. So, can you get started on that?
Oh yeah, we know how to do that.
Okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yep.
Right.
See ya.
You know, Larry, this serene view here just really reminds me of Schwarzenau.
Yeah, you remember that one time we were walking by the Ader with AMAC and
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So we need to do this tour.
Yeah.
This is Lambeth Hall.
Lambeth. Some of you are staying here, eating here. We also have workshops, interest groups, and arts and crafts here too, right above the cross. So, Chris, this is a big activity thing here. You know what happens in Stewart?
Well, it's the worship services, and there's afternoon entertainment probably in there,
That's
and
Yeah.
Bible studies in the morning.
That's right. A lot of things go on in Stewart, of course. We meet there.
And Harold back over here.
Harold Center right there, and Harold Center is an important place. There are a
First
lot of
aid.
activities, first aid in 202, conference information in 202, and exhibit hall downstairs there. Yeah.
So if you forgot your book, then you can go to 202 and they'll tell you where to go.
Tell you where to
Okay.
get to. And then the terrace. You know what happened? What happens to the terrace?
That's where I sleep.
And people who are there eat there. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's interest groups there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Probably some of the college ice cream socials will be there.
that's right. That's right.
So Larry, this back here is the Wilson Children's Complex.
Wilson Children's Complex.
And let's see, hygiene kits?
Hygiene, one of the service projects for NOAC this year was putting together hygiene kits right in that building. We need a lot of help there. Yeah. And that's pretty much the tour.
I think so.
And people can look in their booklet. If they need to find, there's a map there of the whole campus. And, just being around here again, it reminds me, you remember that night, that Saturday night, we went over to Burleyburg when we were in Schwarzenau. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We got back real late and
Yeah.
AMAC wasn't very happy.
No.
You know, I still wonder what happened after I left this summer, how those boys behaved. I'm going to call AMAC and find out. AMAC, hey, I guess it's nighttime in Schwarzenau. I have a question for you. After I left, did those boys behave for you in Schwarzenau?
Remember, what happens in Schwarzenau
stays in Schwarzenau.
Oh, thanks a lot, Emac. That helps me out a lot. And now a segment we like to call NOAC Briefs. Questions answered in 5 words or less.
Describe your trip to NOAC.
Wonderful.
Elevating.
A wonderful experience. Had a lot of fun.
About your trip in 5 words or less.
Fun at the Clinton Museum. How's that?
Sounds good.
Long, tiring, worn out.
He had fun.
I had fun.
Awesome.
One word. All right.
Had a great motorcycle ride.
Uneventful, except it was long. And
So, Larry, I understand that Walt Wilczek's been having some senior moments.
Walt Wilczek?
Yeah.
Oh, he's too young for senior moments. My goodness.
Well, yeah, and so since you just turned 70 this year, I thought, maybe you could give him some pointers, help him out.
Well, I guess I could try. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, let's. Oh,
See if
there
we
he is
can
now. Let's go.
Oh, there's Walt right there. Hey, Walt.
Oh, hey, Larry.
Good to
Hey,
see
Chris.
you.
How are you? Yeah,
good to
good to see you all.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, pretty well. We understand you've been having some concerns with senior moments, and I thought we would just talk a little bit about that. Some of the different things that happen is you might walk into a room and you can't remember why you even went in there.
Yeah, Larry, you see.
No, Walt, but sometimes you're looking for your glasses and they're up on your head, And have you ever tried to think you were making a call on your cell phone, and it's the TV remote?
No, Larry, it's not.
And I tell you, here's one, Walt, that just really gets me. You get to see somebody, and they know who you are. They call you by name.
Yeah,
but
Larry.
you can't remember their name.
Larry.
Oh, that just gets me.
Larry, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. It's Senior Moments. Senior Moments. It's our newsletter for NOAC this week. We're highlighting everything through the week, some feature articles, highlighting who our speakers are, some bits and pieces, other things you need to know, celebrating all of the moments of the seniors and near seniors here at NOAC and all the no-wackiness of the week.
Yeah, and you're editing this.
I am, yeah. We're going to do it each day. We're going to have it here when folks come in for evening worship or Friday in the morning. I'll hand it right out with their bulletins and they can know everything they need to know.
I just knew that you were too young for this. What's your name? Walt. Yeah, Walt. Yeah. I knew you were too young for that.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, then I shout, please turn off your cell phone so we don't freak out.
You've been watching NOAC News. NOAC News is not intended to cure, prevent, or treat any disease. But if symptoms persist, contact your doctor. And as always, please watch responsibly.